Hey everyone, it's Bria again. Yeah, sorry, I was having a snack. Apple a day takes disease away. Okay. All right. This video is all about astrology. Don't think you're going to learn everything about astrology today, because guess what? Here's a little secret. Come close. I don't know it. One thing about me, I'm not scared to say I don't know something. Because will I try to learn it? Yeah. But I don't know everything about astrology. There's people who literally study this as a profession. I just know from my own personal experience, okay? So take everything with a grain of salt, always, in everything, and do your own research, period. Okay, so astrology. This is all that I have to say about it, okay? It's real. It is real. Astrology is real, and the reason why I can tell you that is not because, my sun sign's a Libra, and, Libras are indecisive. Okay. So, my experience with astrology, it started out by me just literally knowing that I was a Libra because I was born October 3rd, 1999. That's it. And that's all I knew about astrology, right? So then when I started to hear some people talking about and this is all in the process of my spiritual awakening, right? So I'm when I started, meditation, shamanism, eating better, all of that. And my brain literally started changing. So I'm okay, astrology, that's something that's a part of your soul journey. Because literally when you were developed in the ethers by God, the most powerful, most biggest, most wonderful source of energy, largest living life energy that ever exists in this planet, God. When God created you in the ethers, in the cosmos, in the spiritual realm, as a soul, as you are, the second you come out of your mother, you are, it is like a snapshot in the sky of every single planet. And the thing is, when people are talking about astrology, you see stuff on Twitter or whatever, it's general as crap. That's why people are oh, this stuff is not real. How is every single sign loyal? Or how is every single sign whatever, not loyal? You know what I mean? So it isn't, and that's referencing the sun sign, which is when the snapshot of the sky is being taken, it's literally one of the, I can literally tell you right now, maybe 9 planets, or and I use multiple different websites. One, it's called Astrology Cafe. That's where you literally put in your name, and you have to have your birth time also, or if you don't, it's okay, but it's more accurate when you do, of course. So I use Astrology Cafe, where you put in your name, your birth date, your birth time, and your birth location. Because when this snapshot of the sky is being taken, it's literally that, all that information that is evaluated. So I was close. 10 planetary things that are put together and evaluated in a certain astrological sign at the second you were born, which can tell you everything about what your soul is and what your unique self is put here to do on earth. It's deep, okay? And I was one of those people that was not every single person that is a Libra is indecisive and passive and a liar. That can't be. And once I started learning more, and that it all started I didn't just come out of nowhere. At first I'm okay, what is astrology? But once I put my birthday into those things and started figuring out, I have come to like the top 5, like sun sign, moon sign, Venus sign, Mars sign, and I'm missing one, and Mercury. Yeah. 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 So, yeah. So basically from what I like been learning, like the sun, and correct me in the comments, really, because this is going off memories. Correct me, please. Like the sun is like basically, you know, how you come across to yourself. How are you when you're like, you know, by yourself in sunshine, you know, living your life, right? Mine is Libra. So that's how I am by myself, the characteristics of Libra, right? Then you have the moon sign. The moon sign has things to do with like your emotions, and you know the moon is very like intuitive, like all of that. So your emotions, how you deal with your emotions, how you process your emotions, your your connection to your mother when you were in the womb, like that plays into your moon sign as well. And mine is in Cancer. So like, you know, yeah. What's next? You have sun, moon, Mercury, right? My Mercury is also in Libra. Mercury has to do with like communication. Like that's the planet of, and these are like the planets of this. So like sun, like the planet of, you know, communication is related to Mercury. So like my Mercury is also in Libra. So the way in which I communicate things in my life or to other people is in the sign of Libra. And then like also what's next after that? Venus, right? Venus is the planet of love. Love. I'm a lover girl. Okay. It's a personality trait. But love is the planet of the Venus is the planet of love, right? So how you love yourself, how you love others, how you love your environment. And that's in the sign of Leo. Mars, I'm still learning about. I don't know too much about it. I know that's the planet of like aggression. So that's kind of like how I get mad. That's in like Sagittarius. So I probably go, yeah, fired up, which I did. Don't play with me. But yeah. And then the rising sign is like how you come across to the rest of the world. Like when someone is looking at you. And what I've also learned, which was really cool, was that like the more you evolve, and like evolution as in like grow, heal, rid yourself of trapped emotions, trapped trauma, all of that, you start to embody more of your rising sign, and people start to see you as that. My rising sign is in Leo. I'm a Leo rising. For the longest time, I thought I was a Libra rising. Nothing against Libra rising. I'm just saying that's embarrassing. Like I was like hell bent on like, yeah, Libra rising, and then I'm like, wait, I'm a Leo rising. It was just like a little bit of a shock, but yeah. And I learned more of it, and like once I figured out, okay, I'm actually a Leo, right? Like life started to make so much more sense. Like I don't know how else to describe it, y'all. It's just like astrology is so real, and it's like people, like I don't knock people for thinking like it's a bunch of hogwash, because social media and other people, like spirituality and your spiritual journey is very individual. You take it at the own pace that you want to go. You take it at the pace that you want to take it, right? It's not based off anybody else's story, any of that. So astrology is a part of that soul journey, that spiritual journey. So when you're learning this stuff, learn it at your own pace. You know, I don't knock anybody for feeling like that it's a bunch of hogwash, because you have things like social media and other people trying to like say all this stuff. But I'm here to say, you know, living testimony that when I like blocked out the haters and like was like, okay, there has to be something about like we're not the only beings on this planet. There are things much bigger than us, and we are only on one planet. Like there are so many different planets in the solar system, and the cosmos, and when I say cosmos, like the spiritual realm, is like where you pop down to onto this planet Earth, right? So there are other things up there when you are being generated by the one high God that is important for who you are when you are placed on Earth and what you're here to do and how you maneuver throughout your life, right? So knowing that, I'm like, okay, this is like, you know, the principle, like as above, so below, like as above, as in the universe, as on the spiritual plane, on the mental plane, it has to also be here on Earth. It will manifest itself here on Earth. And that is what we are. We are, the moment in which we are born was a snapshot of everything greater than us going on and is now in our life, you know? So, yeah, like astrology is like mad cool. Like, rad, dude. Like, yeah. So this is your sign to put your name, birth date, all of that stuff, all that jazz into Astrology Cafe and just read about what it has to say about who you are. And you'll like read this and be like, there's no possible way this is so accurate if it wasn't real. And if you don't want to, don't do it yet. You know, your time will come. But I'm just here to say that, like, it allowed me to have comfort in the fact that, okay, this is why I am the way that I am. Like, I didn't understand why I was acting or being or communicating the way I am, but this makes sense. Okay, if this is making sense, I can learn more about myself and have other things in life make sense. So, yeah. Learn about astrology. It's cool. If I said anything wrong in this video about astrology, please correct me because I want to learn too. But this was just like literally, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm saying this for myself, like my summary of astrology for dummies. I'm not dumb, I'm smart, I'm wonderful, but like just to give you the context, like literally, like I don't know that much. I just know that it is real and it is valid to the human experience because we are souls, spirits living out a human experience, not the other way around. We are not humans living out a spiritual soul experience. This is a meat sack. Okay? So at our core, who are we at our core and what are we here to do? What did God, when he was mixing us up a little pot, what are we here to do? How are we maneuvering throughout the world? That's all astrology is. So, of course, you know, the sun sign is going to say that every single Libra is this way. Because that's one out of the 10 different planets that go along with that. Because to be honest, I have my passive moments. I have my liar moments. What else? I had my indecisive moments. But that's not all that I am. So learn about yourself, because I learned about myself and I'm awesome. And so are you. Okay, bye.